scattered like snowflakes, melting on warm skin, forming fragile stories in the silence between us. Your voice drapes the edges of thought gently, soft vowels and slow consonants, threading a delicate lace of meaning near my ear. The drums brush at timeless rhythms, light as winter sunlight slip through blinds, steady but barely there. The piano hums low motifs and modal keys, a slow dance of shadows and light, captured in every chord change. These lines pulse, subdued, deep and warm, anchoring the moment without crowding the delicate threads of sound woven by paths, drifting in the background haze. You speak in tones that hover just on the edge of hearing, crafting letters from breath and intention, writing messages meant only for me beneath everyday noise. I listen close, tracing the fold of each phrase, where meaning hides in the breaks between words, catching signals carried on the faintest sound waves tonight. The music rounds to a gentle close, a whispered promise left hanging in the air, like a secret yet shared. Here in this softened space, we exchange hushed letters only the night can read, without judgment or haste. Between the walls made by shadow and soft light, your breath traces lines too faint for daylight to hold. The rhythm pulses slow, each brushstroke on the snare, a heartbeat marking time for words almost spoken, hanging suspended here. Ripple in modal waves, pooling sound beneath us like water gathering in a quieted room after rain has stopped. Your voice falls deliberately, almost shy, sliding low between consonants like they might vanish before my ear can catch them whole. The bass settles into a folded whisper, rounding edges of meaning with warm low and softness, supporting the fragile language we share tonight. pages, filling empty spaces with an enveloping calm that feels like safety. You breathe again, close enough that I feel the warmth of your exhale, ghosting near my skin and calling me nearer still. The stories you tell sidestep certainty, lingering in half-finished thoughts and half-held glances, the kind that cradle longing without demanding clarity. I respond with soft smiles and quiet nods, letting silence say what words hesitate to claim. The music folds around us in a tender embrace, a trio stretched delicate, each note held lightly, preventing heaviness from falling tonight. The world outside blurs, cut away by our closeness, where every whispered phrase becomes a vow unspoken, deeply understood. Pieces of your voice fall like scattered petals, soft and brief, yet full of hidden meaning between the cracks of melody. Tonight, the brush drums whisper rhythms that seem to drift and dissolve before they fully arrive, shaping a fragile pulse that matches your tender murmur. The piano notes stretch and float in modal spaces, drifting through minor fifths and sus chords, giving mystery room to grow without urgency or demand. Bass curves around the edges, warm and rounded, supporting each phrase with steady richness, brushing gently against the night. Soft synth pads hover, barely there, like a breath held for seconds longer than it should, adding subtle color beneath the delicate trio. Your words arrive fragmented, carried on the cusp of breath and sound, a secret language only partly shared, but fully understood between us. I close the space with silence, an unspoken invitation to let the unvoiced fill the air with meaning only we know. The music slows, wraps us tighter, holding space for what's almost said and what's deliberately left behind. presses in softly and your voice blends into the quiet, fading with a delicate promise to return again tomorrow. Between us the air holds fragments of closeness, echoes of whispered truths that never need to be spoken loud, to be spoken loud. The quiet between us runs like water, soft shifting underfoot, carrying whispers in currents too subtle to catch fully, except when close. You speak with gentle pauses, each syllable dropped carefully, like stones in a still pool, rippling endless echoes beneath. The piano plays modal lines that bend and curve around the silence, weaving light and shadow in patterns only we perceive tonight. Drums tap delicately, echoing heartbeat rhythms, slow down by half, soft brushes stirring the air, barely audible against the buzz of low vibrating pads. Your voice pulls me inward, low and tender, almost spilling secrets before swallowing them back like breath held in the cold. The bass hums under everything, a quiet hum of comfort and grounding, a steady pulse beneath our delicate exchange. I listen alongside the spaces carved deep by your half-spoken thoughts, where meaning floats weightless, waiting for someone to catch and hold. The room fades to the background, leaving only us, caught in a fragile moment where the smallest whisper feels like a roaring flame inside. You lean closer, breath mingling with mine, and I feel safe, wrapped in the current of your almost sayings. The language of hush and shadow holding us close tonight. A secret slips beneath the hum of shadows, whispered close enough to stir the silence around us tonight. You lean in softly, words melting like warm silk through the cool air, brushing fragile truth against my skin. The drums barely tap, merely ghosting the time we hold gently between each breath and pause, subdued and delicate as dawn light. Piano threads weave modal colors in slow, swirling patterns, casting spellbound hues beneath a hushed conversation. Your voice dips low, coaxing stories out of corners tucked away from day's harsh glare, where vulnerability sleeps just beneath tired lids. I follow each sigh, the cadence of hesitations that fill spaces we nearly better than words ever could. A pad note swell quietly in the background, a warm, luminous fog wrapping us in quiet comfort, grounding the nighttime air between us. Bass pulses steady, a heartbeat tethered softly to the night's slow rhythm. Steady and sure, but never loud enough to overshadow your closeness. You tell me of dreams half dreamed, of wishes half spoken, leaving traces lingering on my skin like faint perfume. Intoxicating and gone too quick. I trace the edges of your phrases with my fingers unseen, memorizing where silence meets sound in your tender murmur. The moment grips with gentle hands and I lean close, catching your breath, the warmth of your whisper, pressing near, rewriting the night story in the secret language of almost. Low light pools on the table, turning glass rings into tiny halos, while your soft voice drifts dangerously near me. You speak sideways into the space just beside my face, as though the words themselves might blush if seen clearly. The drummer writes dust circles on the snare, each brushstroke counting time for all the chances we postpone again tonight. Piano chords hover like open windows, letting cool day went wrong, but underneath the details I hear the outline of my name there. Each time you pause, breath rests warm against my cheek, a quiet punctuation that says more than any noun could. I answer with a tilt of shoulders, ankles crossed toward you, making a small country of proximity between chairs here. The bass hums like distant thunder made of velvet, a soft warning that something larger moves beneath our conversation slowly. You laugh into your glass, hiding your mouth, but the sound still brushes my ear, tasting like possibility and rain. If I turn my head an inch, your story would spill straight into my lips, risking translation into action someday. Instead we circle slow, polite planets around an unnamed sun, letting gravity talk while language pretends innocence for us both. Your questions arrive wrapped in maybe statements trailing upward, every tone suggesting there is more beneath the pause. Somewhere I store each unfinished thought, shelving them behind my ribs, a hidden library indexed by the sound of you breathing. The night stretches long and blue, and still you speak close, trusting the dark to keep our edges soft tonight. Stay just here, letting quiet sentences brush my ear again, until morning must guess what was almost said between us. The room is mostly shadow and brass, candlelight dripping slowly, while your muted voice sketches shapes against my neck tonight. Synths high in the distance, brushes stirring coals of rhythm, but our table burns with something quieter, slower than fire. So close the world blurs, replaced by your breath, a warm fog condensing on the rim of thought. Every phrase arrives unfinished at my ear, like a melody missing its last note, begging my imagination to resolve gently. I answer with silence and a small tilted smile, letting you hear the yes hidden behind my restraint tonight. Only piano chords fall like soft rain, open voicing stretching wide, leaving plenty of space for our unspoken agreements to breathe. Tucked safely beneath the band, and I laugh louder than intended anyway. The sound startles you, then softens you, and suddenly your confession nearly slips, hanging bright and naked between seconds here. You rescue it with a smile, folding meaning back into a harmless story. But the truth still brushes my collarbone. Bass notes gather under the floor, thick and forgiving, like cushions catching each time our courage stumbles and falls softly. You speak my name almost inaudibly, just enough for consonants to graze my ear, sending careful shivers down my spine. I memorize the exact distance your lips travel, the angle of your shoulder, the quiet bravery of staying close tonight. If the lights rose and the band stopped, we might both laugh, pretending nothing dangerous ever trembled here between us. Instead, I lean nearer still, hearing your almost confession echo in my ribs, where words turn slowly into wanting for you. Leave the sentence open, let the night finish it for you, syllable by syllable, along the edge of my Night folds itself carefully around us, like a coat over trembling shoulders, while your low voice traces hidden constellations near. You bend closer, not quite touching, and the space between becomes a secret sky, crowded with unsent messages from me. Every nearly spoken word glows faintly, like stars behind thin clouds, suggesting roots my history never learned to follow until now. The drummer barely touches the snare, dusting rhythm across the silence, giving your breath a soft elastic frame. Piano notes hang open, unresolved, modal circles turning slowly, like questions that prefer resonance instead of answers. Most of all, you tell me fragments of your day, but your tone slides darker at the edges, shading mundane details with longing. I tilt my face toward your words, letting them graze my cheekbones, accepting each half confession like a fragile offering tonight. Outside, sirens curl through alleys, impatient and bright. But inside, the only urgency is how close you lean toward me. Your mouth sketches possibilities never quite completed, leaving parentheses open, a grammar of desire still under careful revision with me. I breathe in the between syllables, tasting coffee, winter air, and something unnamed that trembles when our eyes meet. The bass hums low beneath everything, a padded floor for feelings, letting us step softer around the truth between us. You laugh suddenly, quieter than before, and lean in to hide it near my ear, like stolen sunlight at midnight. For a moment courage gathers at the corner of your lips, a bright note ready to cut through haze gently. Then it softens again, choosing safety, sliding back into almost dead stories that still find ways to touch me so deeply. Stay near, speaking low until dawn unbuttons the sky, and all your unfinished sentences find shelter inside my memory forever. There is a tiny theater between your mouth and my ear, where low voices rehearse scenes no one witnesses tonight. You lean across the table, coffee cooling, eyes half lidded, and offer me almost words dipped in amber, hesitation just for me. The band behind us folds into shadows, brushes brushing time itself, bass walking slowly through puddles of mellow light tonight. You speak in close commas, tiny pauses pressed against my skin, breathy punctuation marking sentences we never dared write before. Every murmur paints a doorway, and I hover at the threshold, barefoot, unsure whether to cross or linger here longer. Your consonants crumble into velvet vows, stretched like late afternoon shadows, inviting my secrets to curl up beside yours at last. I answer with the angle of my neck, a slight turn closer, granting closer without negotiating any dangerous vocabulary tonight. Somewhere a glass clinks, a laugh rises, then softens, but our corner grows quieter, lit mainly by our breathing now. I feel the bass in my ribs, a slow, forgiving heartbeat, answering questions you only almost manage to ask me. Your stories arrive unfinished, each ending swallowed back, rearranged into a sigh that settles delicately against my shoulder in twilight. I gather those fragments carefully as though they were fragile records, spinning a private soundtrack only we just brush close enough, almost touching my thoughts. The room tilts slightly, furniture rearranging around our gravity today. If someone lit the lights, suddenly naming everything in bright honesty, would your quiet promises survive the exposure or vanish? For now you keep speaking low, crafting tiny hidden futures in the hollow space just inches from my ear alone. I let them hover there, delicate, unclaimed, tasting like dark chocolate and smoke. Sweeter because they might disappear by morning. Your breath floats near my ear, soft as dust in moonlight, drifting between heartbeats in the hush of this room. I lean toward the darkness, catching fragments of your voice, each broken syllable curling like smoke around me tonight. Only every secret that you share brushes lightly past my skin, a private rhythm no drummer could ever capture so close. Outside, the city clatters on metallic rails and neon rain. But here, time loosens its collar slowly for our breathing. Your words are barely words, more like warm vowels and sighs, grazing the edges of thoughts I hide from daylight. Jazz murmurs from the corner, brushes kissing the snare like footsteps on velvet, pacing the distance between us tonight again. Your mouth almost touches my name, each letter shaped in secret, never fully spoken, hovering, trembling, nearly brave for me. I answer without sound, letting eyelids fall, letting shoulders sink, praying my silence translates to stay right here tonight. The piano holds one lingering chord, unresolved and blue like a question mark hanging in cigarette smoke above our table. You trace invisible patterns through the air, maps of roads we never took, houses we never dared imagine before now. I feel every almost touch, the gravity of hands that stop just short, orbiting polite, beautifully, unbearably near to my pulse. In this narrow space between your lips and my listening, whole futures bloom and fade without a single decision made. If you finally spoke aloud, if consonant sharpened, cutting through the hush, would the spell shatter or deepen for us? So keep talking, almost not at all, phrases slipping just beneath hearing, where desire grows more fluent than language itself. Stay here close enough that every small breath brushes my ear again.